Robbery. Yeah. Put up or shut up, so I'm going in. Swim my patience with these haters now is growing thin. From MJ to John Jones on the Michael Phelps. We want the rings, the gold medals, and the title belts. Yeah, up and at 'em till we got it like it's nothing. Sports and money, only topics of discussion. Know that all that chirping gets you nowhere but a loud mouth. So you better come correct or you'll get fouled out.
Welcome to another episode of the Fouled Out Podcast. Today is Sunday, October 13th, 2019. I'm Anthony. I'm here with Kevin and Doug. We're going to get the camera going here.
What's going on, everybody? I'm not hungover today.
Yeah, I don't know where the outline went. There it is.
Hey.
We're going to get this link out to everybody just so we can try to get some viewers in here.
Give us a 1, 2, 3 seconds. Thanks to Rob Reed for the intro music. Find us on Instagram, Fouled Out Podcast. Facebook.com/fouledoutNBA. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and find us wherever you listen to podcasts. How you doing, Kev?
I'm starving. I want some food. And I want to see Doug get fouled out. Please. Sometime.
Doug is going to get fouled out eventually.
I don't know why everyone...
Tell him, Doug, what's happening?
We're not deciding together.
No,
I thought we decided on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, this week we finally figured it out. I am getting the fouled out logo as a tattoo.
We apologize.
We had to set up the tattoo appointment.
But it does. You can't just walk it. I mean, you can.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
But we want quality.
This needs to be good.
Are you going to get the logo or are you going to get something with the heads?
I'm getting the full logo. Without the text. Just the heads.
Yeah, that's
Are you getting it on your face?
My neck.
Yes.
Don't get it on
I'm
your
not
neck.
getting it.
Please do it.
Where are you going to put it?
Probably on my arm somewhere, I would imagine.
Put it like right there. See that little spot you got?
Here?
Yeah.
That's already reserved for something.
Damn it.
That's the Shinobi eye from Naruto.
What about in your tricep?
Wait, did you see those Naruto clothes?
No.
Oh, who was it?
I'd buy them because I love
Michael
Naruto.
B. Jordan and Coach.
Oh, I did. Yeah, that's
got
so
together
cool.
and made Naruto.
That's the coolest thing ever. No, I might get it. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Doug.
Sorry. I might get it right here.
Hulk
actually.
slamming shit.
Right there? That's a decent spot.
Cover up
that is.
Get it on the palm of your hand.
I was thinking here.
No,
That's
the palm of your hand.
That'll get worn off real
That'll
quick.
go away. You
That-
can put it right there on that wrist.
Maybe right here. Just real go for
Who
it.
knows?
But yeah, that's my punishment. So
We'll figure that out.
We got some news in the NBA. Yeah, that's a pink text. That's Kev.
That's
not
pink.
Doug.
That's a Kev.
Yeah, he I couldn't even get my word off. So we have NBA news this week. Anthony Davis, he got injured a little bit, banged up against the Nets. He shot 2 for 7.
He hurt his thumb.
He hurt his thumb, but I don't know if they did like an X-ray or.
It's not just like a normal thumb.
What I heard was it was the same or very similar to
Chris Paul
and Drew Brees. And Drew Brees has been out for about a month.
Yeah, they're saying
He had to
he's
get
going to miss
surgery.
like a month of NBA action, which is
So
it's okay for them. I mean, they're deep enough to where it won't really affect them once the season starts. But
A month is going to be long. Kuzma's foot's hurting too.
if Kuzma comes back, I think they're fine. If they miss him and Anthony Davis, then
So I guess it's
a little bit.
the odds are even. So the Clippers opening night, they won't have Paul George, and the Lakers won't have Anthony
how long
Davis
is George going to be out for? Like 10?
till November.
Oh, so yeah,
till November.
10 days, I guess.
Yeah, but November starts, and you know what I'm saying, when the season starts.
Season starts like the 22nd. So
Exactly.
But Eric Bledsoe got injured too. He's got a fractured rib.
Who's he play for?
The Bucks.
How long is he out for?
Is he related to Drew?
I think
Yes, he
like
is.
3 weeks.
His uncle?
He's Drew's uncle. No, he's Drew's nephew.
It's his grandfather. He's got a fractured rib. I think he's out 3 weeks.
3 weeks. All right. You guys want to do China now?
Honestly,
Or do you want to?
Do we just jump right into it? I'm sure
think
most
we
people
should.
watching or they've heard like what's going on, kind of.
Okay.
this makes me sad. Whoever just saw me do that. We're having a whole episode. We're going to talk about China. Ant's got a lot to talk about.
I got a lot of Chinese information for
And
us.
it's gonna be.
I don't
our
even know where
keeper
this
here.
came from, but Ant just started researching this China gig. It is big.
It's kind of interesting.
It's like the biggest.
It
NBA
might be
news.
interesting and it might be big. Yeah, but that's not even the headline anymore. You go on E ESPN.
What's the new headline?
I feel like we need to.
Somebody getting injured.
We need to talk
Aunt
about
Davis's finger.
Well, Our news cycle.
The NBA goes on with or without China. Okay, and the commissioner even said he's not like sorry for what Maury said.
No, I love that he said that.
All right, so first and foremost, we got to go over what is happening.
Yeah, tell me what's going on in China.
In China, there have been protests in Hong Kong. They started off as protests against an extradition.
You got to work it out, sound it out.
A bill that extradition bill that because people were being prosecuted in China in the mainland instead of being extradited to Hong Kong,
right?
And they felt that was a what's the word for it?
Violation.
Yeah, a violation of their human rights because the Chinese courts are a lot harsher than the Hong Kong courts.
Yep.
Or something to that effect. And then, so after the protests got going, they came out with these 5 demands. That was the first one, withdrawal of the extradition bill. The second one is a commission of inquiry into alleged police brutality. So basically, they just want to keep the police in check.
Yeah, I mean,
because they've seen a lot of brutality through the protests. The third one is retracting the classification of protesters as rioters because they're protesting and not rioting, and they believe they have a right to protest, but China is treating them like they're
just full on rioting.
Yeah,
you can
an
see
angry
it.
mob.
You can see it too. But you can also see the brutality aspect of it because if you watch,
somebody got shot point blank. I don't know if that person died or not.
That's not okay.
Yeah. And I watched the video of that he knew that was a real gun.
No,
he walked up to the guy pointing it at him, shot him right in the chest.
Yeah, no, that's just not okay.
The fourth is amnesty for arrested protesters. So 700 protesters have been arrested so far, and they want their charges dropped, basically. Mm-hmm. And then they want universal suffrage, so they want to be able to vote, because the way that China's voting works is like half of it is voting, and then half of it's decided by like a panel of 35 people or whatever.
Okay.
Basically, they just want rights to freedom, which is like a thing that all Americans obviously are in support of, except for Kevin. He's just staring at me like he's super bored.
Dude, I'm so bored. But keep going.
So anyway, that's what's happening in China. That's why people are talking about China.
And how did the NBA...
And then for whatever reason, Daryl Morey, who is the GM of the Rockets, felt that he needed to tweet out support for Hong Kong.
Just for no reason at all.
Which is like, you can support them, but...
Especially when you're a GM of an NBA
You know
team.
who you are. You know?
Yeah.
You know what kind of impact you would have.
Don't just do that.
I don't know what there must have been some kind of agenda to that.
Yeah, for sure.
But...
Do you have the agenda? Did you look into
No,
it?
I don't. I mean,
I heard takes
only
on
Daryl
it.
Morey knows.
Yeah, but there was did you hear
there's
other
theories.
people talk or like other theories on why he did it?
What did you hear?
I know I'm asking you. I heard some stuff through the week. I don't remember it all though, or much of any.
I don't
of
know. I don't know why he would. Because I mean, the Rockets are obviously very connected to China through Yao Ming.
That's another thing that just confuses me. The Rockets and China are the closest knit team, if there is a closest team to China.
Confusing. So China has pretty much denounced the Rockets altogether. They're not playing any of their games. They took all their merchandise out of Nike stores, and it was the top selling merchandise they had.
Yep.
And then all the players that have endorsements in China have been apologizing for it because they want to make their money. They could give a shit.
I did hear. I know Gordon Hayward has a big sponsorship from China. I think it's Anta. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the shoe company.
They flat out told Gordon Hayward that his contract will not be affected. Nothing like that. So
yeah, same with the Steph Curry statue and shit.
Yeah. So
Steph Curry is a god out there.
Yeah.
But so was Harden. So
is Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, Marbury.
Yeah, they said that he's like a huge star in China.
Well, yeah, because what he did is he left the league, went over there, and won championships on championships on
was the best player. He's literally like the GOAT over there, which is crazy.
So then, what did the NBA do? They apologized initially, right?
So they
kind of went back on it and said that their employees
are
are free to say whatever they want to say because we have freedom of speech in the United States. So they kind of backed Daryl Morey.
I'm happy for that. I mean, this is America. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
And I think regardless of your political affiliation, everyone believes that people in Hong Kong should be free
Yeah.
if you're American, because that's what we believe in. But yeah, then we had Stephen A. and Max Kellerman went over it, and I don't know if did you watch that?
I did watch it.
Yeah, Max Kellerman brought up some good points and actually talked negatively about China on ESPN, which is like,
Don't do that.
don't do that.
Don't.
And like you could see in both of their faces while they were talking that they were both scared shitless.
Yeah.
It was really something interesting to watch.
What did he say?
But then Stephen A. like defended China almost. Well, didn't defend China, but like defended the position of not saying anything.
That's just Stephen A. being the
Just
devil's
for money?
advocate, I think
Yeah,
he does that.
I think he
pretty much
had to
every
do
time.
it. But still, like, I don't know.
Nah, Stephen A. keeps it real. He's not going to go against.
He will argue a
Kellerman,
point though,
yeah,
just to have content on a show. He does that a lot.
He might, but I've never heard like Stephen A. I know what you're saying to have the opposite side, but Stephen A. is usually like a person I listen to, and he doesn't just play like one side.
They're
or the
both
other.
really
Oh, no,
smart
no.
guys. But on First Take, they have characters. That's
Yeah.
not how they are.
Well,
I definitely agree.
It's
Stephen
not
A.
just
Stephen
First
A. is the
Take.
man.
Stephen A. is all over. I listen to him all over. He's
No.
not just First Take.
Stephen A.
That's
is the
just a
man.
small
I definitely
segment.
But
think
the
he
First
keeps
Take
it real.
Stephen A. is different from Stephen A. on his podcast or his radio show.
Not really.
If you do listen to his podcast, he is a little bit different.
Come on, I listen to his radio show,
There's no way that he would be
and
talking
he has
to
people
someone.
call in, and like he'll get on them.
Well, I guess that's his shtick, is fighting with people.
Yelling. He likes to yell.
Yeah, he's a big yeller.
What was their take? What was Kellerman saying though?
So
that-
Kellerman was basically saying, like, all Americans should be supporting Hong Kong in this because it's about their personal freedoms and their personal rights. And that's something that all Americans value. And he was saying how is this controversial that people are supporting freedom
I agree.
in
honestly.
the United States?
yeah, that makes sense.
And then Stephen A. is like basically going the argument where you have, like, if you're making money through this, you have to say a certain thing, you have to act a certain way.
It's a smart business move to.
And
Yeah, but
it
not
doesn't
always.
matter how you feel.
It's like some politicians take money from all the top companies in the world, and some politicians don't. And when you take the money, you got to say whatever. And
Well,
you
yeah,
know what? If you
but
don't
the NBA
care-
is not political; it's a business.
That's true, but it is political. It is political in a way. When
It's
you have
political in
that,
China.
when you have that much power and you hold that high of power, your words mean a lot.
Yeah, and that's basically all he said.
Also, we didn't touch that Yao Ming is the. Oh, what is he? What's his title? What's his position?
He's the president of their basketball.
president of
association.
basketball in
He's
China.
way more than that. That guy's a fucking robot.
Okay, yeah, we were gonna get into Operation Yao Ming.
But also, I mean, he played for the Rockets, so like,
Yeah.
Can you get into it now?
Okay.
'Cause
So I found this
I
out.
actually care about this.
So I was.
This is the
I was-
coolest thing ever.
I was reading something about China on Reddit. It was unrelated to Yao Ming, and I was just on the threads comments, and I get down to one. It was like fourth reply in. Some guys are like, "Yeah, well, China was created, or Yao Ming was created by the Chinese government, and everybody knows that." So just do a
Just
little bit of
common
research
knowledge.
on that. And I was like, "What?"
hold on, research mode.
So I went to Yao Ming's Wikipedia. There's nothing on it. It doesn't say anything about how his parents were
Redacted.
selected or none of that shit. And then, so I like actually searched like Yao Ming, government, blah, 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 creation, whatever. And apparently, in China, I don't know if they still do this, but they had these programs where they would select children based on their bone length and a bunch of other factors for certain sports. So like short, wide people would be chose for powerlifting, and really tall people would be chose for basketball, whatever. And Yao Ming's grandfather was found in Beijing. He was like one of the tallest men in Beijing, but he was too old at the time to be put in the program. But then when he had a kid, who's Yao Ming's father, he was put through the program. He was encouraged to marry a woman. Encouraged, quote unquote. I mean, he was forced to marry this woman who was a basketball player as well, also chosen for her height. And when they had a child, that was Yao Ming, who was the size of an average Chinese man at 8 years old. So they were like, ching ching, we got it. This is the one. So basically, they took Yao Ming. His parents did. I don't even know if they loved each other. Whatever. They made Yao
What's
Ming.
this book called?
It's called Operation Yao Ming.
We should read this shit.
I
We
need to
should
read the
read
whole
this.
book. Yeah,
Yeah, I want to know about them.
I just got a synopsis.
I'm gonna read it.
So
for sure.
8-year-old Yao Ming gets put into this program for 10 years. He hates basketball, doesn't want anything to do with it. And they basically molded him into this warrior of basketball for China. And they fed him all these growth hormones and shit, trying to make him grow taller. And
What's his listed height?
No
over
idea.
7 feet. He's
Draymond
big-ass
is
dude.
6'5", by the way.
Yeah, you seen the video?
No, but remember I was saying like
He posted a video of him being 6'6", but they probably rounded.
6'5".
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's my height.
So then, he basically was forced to become the basketball idol in China. And once he was good enough, they sent him to the NBA, and they used him as like a sleeper agent
He was nice too.
to get NBA followers in China.
It worked.
And they basically wanted to infiltrate Western business through Yao Ming. And now they got all this tension, and Yao Ming's the president of their basketball association, probably not by choice.
What has he said? Has he come on record saying anything about all this?
Yeah,
Oh,
he denounced the Rockets.
Yeah. So
But it's all so weird to me.
it's pretty fun.
And
Pretty
that's
fun
all
stuff.
that's all I have on Operation Yao Ming.
I think that's probably the coolest thing you've ever told me.
It was wild.
He was
Yeah, I
bred
like
to
that.
be.
And then
Yao Ming.
I wanna
Yao
read
Ming
that.
married this woman. The first thing it says about him and his wife was that she initially was not into him. But she was also a basketball star, 6'2" as a woman, and they have a child. And it's like, is this the next one? Is this Yao Ming
Is
number
this
2?
the next robot?
Is this Operation 2?
What's his name? Do we have it?
I don't know.
Because
what
I'm
it
writing
is.
a book.
And then, so Apple had an app that was showing the protesters where police were. It was like
Okay.
a police scanner app. And they pulled that, basically, because China told them to. And it's interesting to see how many American companies are just like
Catering.
bowing down to China because they don't want to lose the business.
Well, China is like the fastest growing market for every
There's a
company.
shitload of people there.
Yeah, so why it makes sense that the American companies are catering to it because like that's their biggest growth
Yeah.
that they see.
China can't survive off the United States though, so we can't work.
I mean, we do.
we
buy
are the
everything-
largest
everything.
consumer. in
Well,
the-
both of us are like ingrained. Like that's the
Yeah.
problem.
That is the issue.
We have never been.
Here's what's nice though. The main difference at the end of the day, this might have nothing to do with it, but if anything came down to it and they like cut us off or whatever, they'll have 2 billion people that are probably gonna end up starving to death and they're gonna have to go to war with somebody. But we'll have food for everybody because we can grow on it.
Kept
Yeah.
so
So,
like
like-
just a little bit. It's kind of facing me.
At the end of the day, they're not gonna cut us off over this shit. Businesses
I mean,
might
over
be scared
this,
though,
no.
and like the jersey sale companies, all those people, they're probably pissed off.
Well,
What's that
Tencent,
guy's name? Who not Nike, that Fanatics.
Fanatics. Yeah.
Yeah,
more-
who's
more
that?
Fanatics
Who
jersey right
owns Fanatics?
I
Is
don't
that-
know.
I wonder if that guy is going to take a hit because
well,
all those
Fanatics
jerseys.
has all the officially licensed stuff.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
know how they did that. They came. What it was like last year, the year before.
So that guy's
I don't know.
going to
I
take
feel
a
like they
big
haven't been
hit
around
because
that long.
China's got 2 billion people, and if they're all buying rocket shit.
now. Exactly. I mean, once
That
you
sucks.
start to look into that aspect of this, it's pretty huge.
So I seen that the teams affected are going to go from roughly $113 million market cap down to like 89. And
That's
lower market
insane.
cap equals lower paychecks equals people aren't going to want to go
People
to
aren't gonna
that
be
team.
Happy.
No, people just won't go to those teams.
Small market teams are going to die.
And it's crazy that China is controlling these people's human rights through business.
Essentially, that's what's happening.
Like they're not getting any support. Like before all this, that shit was not in the news really.
Yeah, Hong Kong was. Not
It
It was
was
definitely
news.
in the news.
I seen a lot of the protests, and
But did you see him on the news or did you see him on the internet?
I saw it on. I don't watch the news as much.
Yeah, I don't
but
watch
I've
the
It
news.
wasn't like on anything. It was only on the internet. No mainstream media was really covering Hong Kong until this NBA feud happened.
so we
I
didn't,
seen it on mainstream.
we didn't talk about
on
Tencent.
CNN actually.
Maybe that was his plan. I don't know why he would care that much,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but he definitely really brought awareness to
He
what's
did.
happening.
Nah, Maury fucked up and tweeted some dumb shit.
Was
And
he
Yao
drunk?
Ming got
He's a
offended.
GM of a multi-million-dollar company.
don't
There's no
tweet
way
They
that
have a
he's
hu-
that stupid.
There's no
they're
way you just do
friends.
that on.
He doesn't just do that for no
They're
reason.
friends. He must have just, you know what? He might have thought that they were protesting this, like
He might
like
not have known
something
the story.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he might have thought that like yeah, everybody was encouraging that protest for freedom, so he just said it and then was like, wait, this is a bad thing?
I have to imagine he did more research than that.
I don't know, man. People tweet just that's at the fingertips. People don't think.
That brings up like
people don't think and speak as quick as they'll type shit. And
that
just
brings up
post.
like should people
president.
with that amount of power have the ability to
I was just
do
in a
that?
class
Like,
and we had this thing. Should the president of the United States have the power of social media?
I mean, I don't want to get into that.
No, I'm
specific amount
saying
of politics,
I'm
but I
saying
agree.
you can't. You can't judge what power level there is to not have that.
Yeah, where's that cut off?
So no,
I
it's
think we
it's
should
just
get rid of Twitter.
I hate
It's
Twitter.
all bad.
But not Twitter. I'm talking about any social media. Any human should have the right if you're in a country that allows it.
'Cause think if LeBron James posted the same thing that Daryl Morey posted.
Yeah, I
The
don't
backlash would be even worse
know. Maybe LeBron,
or better because it's LeBron. Who knows?
Yeah, I have no idea. But he doesn't have an affiliation with the Rockets, like personally. Daryl Morey and Yao Ming know each other.
Yeah.
They set up the things
They
between.
have contracts together.
Yes, like they talk.
I did.
He might not have.
Maybe Yao Ming told him.
Yeah,
No,
hey,
Like, dude, you gotta
that
do this.
sounds ridiculous.
trying to shake some shit
How do
up.
you know Yao Ming's entire life has been controlled by the Chinese government?
Maury apologized and like he met with the
Well, you had to
commissioner.
apologize.
No, he didn't.
If he wanted
Why-
to keep his job, he did.
It's not his
I still
job.
think
It's
he
his
might lose
team.
his job.
He owns the team.
He's
He
not.
doesn't
No,
own
he's
it.
the
He's
GM.
the- he's the
He's
GM.
the owner and GM.
Is he?
I want 2 fouls if that's true, and I'll take one if not. But
Even
what-
if he's the owner, doesn't mean they can't
No.
kick his ass
they're
out.
not going to vote him out for free speech. Silver's behind him, bro.
No, he's an executive and general manager. He doesn't own the Rockets.
He's not the owner of the.
He's
All right,
not
I'll take
the owner.
foul. I thought he was. I thought he was part owner.
No, I mean he might have vested interest.
He might have like
What?
1 or 2%, but that would, I mean, I don't know.
What?
And even if he is the owner, like majority owner, they could fucking, I don't know about majority owner, but if he's got 3%, they could just kick his ass right out.
Yeah, I don't know how all that works with a public company and shit.
But we didn't talk about Tencent. I tried to bring it up, but
yeah, Tencent.
$1.5 billion contract with them to stream all games in China, pulled right out from under them. And it's probably just like a leveraging technique.
So
Like they're
people-
probably just going to ask for a better contract.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely take that foul. He might own some percents. But
Who's the
yeah,
actual owner?
Fucking Tillman, who shut all of his shit down
Oh, okay,
on
yeah.
Twitter. I saw something that was like part owner, executive, and
He's the
pres-
executive
blah blah
GM,
blah.
I know
So he
that.
must have just like bought back shares that they could take away.
Probably.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure most
And they
GMs
just
have
throw
some
that
type
shit
of-
in for the story.
Do people
I'll still
know
take that
what
phone.
Tencent is? Because it's like
Yeah, many people might not. So
it's
Tencent
a gigantic corporation.
is a
Is it
huge
10 cent? 10 cent.
Tencent.
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 I believe.
Tencent.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not from China, but
Tencent.
they do everything. They do like they have a chat app. They have streaming. They have what else do they do?
They have everything.
Games,
They own
they
games.
create
They own
games.
media. They own basically all of the internet in China.
Yeah, they are a huge market in China. I think they helped the NBA grow their viewership by like 490 million in China last year. But they pulled their contract, 1.5 billion. It's huge for I think it's 4 years streaming rights to the NBA. I'm not sure about the numbers exactly, but it's probably more of like a leverage technique
It's just wild to me that they're doing all this
over
instead
a
of
tweet.
just giving. Well, no, even just give the people of Hong Kong rights.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a whole.
They're not
different
even
subject.
asking for that many crazy things. They want to be able to be extradited after committing a crime back to their own place.
That's how
And the
it
rest
should-
of it is they just want to be treated like humans when they protest.
I don't want to be rioted against, but that's how it should be.
What?
They should be extra.
China's communist.
That's what they want.
Yeah, and it's
They're
they
a
should get
communist
their-
country, and they don't give everybody.
know
We're
what
looking at it as Americans.
Totalitarian or whatever.
We're looking at it as Americans with our point of views. So obviously it's different over there.
Oh well, most mainland China people disagree with Hong Kong altogether.
Yeah, I know that's the thing. Like they don't. A lot of people don't want what they're rioting for.
Yeah, so it's
Rioting. Yeah.
And Hong Kong's a huge city, so it's not like they're gonna let Hong Kong be independent.
Yeah.
But that's what Hong Kong would really want.
We're just doing this for just to inform everybody, right?
Yeah,
Just to get everybody on
Well, yeah.
board.
I mean, people should know.
The
about
show-
it.
it's something we could talk about.
It's
and
starting to I see die down, but it's still something everybody should know.
I think a lot of people probably heard bits and pieces.
There's still things in the news, like the shit Steve Kerr's saying, how he's like going against what I don't remember who exactly said. But then there's backlash to everything that's happening. Every time someone says something, someone disagrees.
I'm
with
positive it's not done.
It's not over yet. I feel Daryl Morey's going to lose his position.
You think so?
I don't want him to. I don't really care enough to really be that invested, but I think he will. Just for the NBA to save face somehow.
Yeah.
I think once the contracts get redid, it'll be in the contract for him to lose his job or in the discussions.
Yeah, somebody who affects that much money. I don't know though, because if they did that, what he did wasn't wrong.
No, and there's gonna be backlash from players.
So what he did wasn't wrong, even though the players say they love China and blah blah blah. That's a business kind of thing.
You got to think there's players like I think Harden and Morey have a really good relationship.
I would assume so.
If he gets canned, what happens there?
He's not just going to get canned for defending just for people that should have freedom.
It's more the
Adam Silver is on his side.
Nobody cares what he said.
No one cares what
it's
the
more effect of what he said.
Yeah, I get that, but they're not going to can him when the people are on his side.
There's a lot of talk of him losing his job, so it's a possibility.
I can definitely tell you
there was talk.
There's
but
not
now
a person
that days have went by, I feel like he's got it more secured. They would have canned him right then and there.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to lose his job.
Tillman would have released him. He was tweeting.
He apologized. He did the right thing. He did what he was supposed to do for them.
If it means China gets back into the Chinese market, or Houston gets back into the Chinese market for him to lose his job, I think he's gone.
I don't think it does.
I don't think so. That just says that's a weak move for the NBA.
I don't think.
I fully agree. It's a weak move.
I don't think China would renege on it like that.
You never know.
No, because Adam Silver backed him.
Well,
so Yao Ming might not want to even deal with the NBA. Because of Silver saying what he did
That'd
wasn't
be nuts.
wrong.
The NBA is just like somehow.
It's not just the NBA. It's just the Rockets.
No, it's the NBA as a
But
whole.
it's the full NBA because Adam Silver backed him.
Yeah, I understand that, but like you said, only the Rockets games are getting cut, right? Or all NBA games?
I think Tencent is all NBA streaming cut.
There's definitely a lot of streaming. There was games.
I might not be correct on that.
There was games slated to be played in Shanghai that were canceled.
Media's all been canceled because of it.
Wait, I've seen people playing in Shanghai.
They finished their agreements.
Yeah.
They canceled all the events for it.
All the media events have been canceled.
I watched the games though. They're 7:30 a.m. games.
Yeah, and I watched them too. The Nets and the Lakers just played like yesterday.
Exactly, and on Thursday or Wednesday.
Which is weird. Why are the preseason games all against like the same team?
Because they're probably in different spots for different things.
If they're not in,
so there's not a lot of travel.
They got to play somebody else.
Exactly.
That makes sense. But like Wizards and New York played together twice.
Wizards and New York are close.
Washington, they're close.
DC and New York City are close. Yeah.
Kings and Pacers.
It's just like what 3 hours away, 2.5 hours away.
Kings and Pacers aren't anywhere near each other.
No, but they were in
Indiana and Sacramento.
Yeah, but they were in India.
They were overseas.
They were in Mumbai.
The Mumbai
so that's
games.
why they played twice.
I saw somebody bring that up, but trying to switch from using China as the new market to India because there's just as many people.
Which is definitely something to explore.
Yeah, not as much people with money.
Well, there's no people with money in China either.
People buy shit though.
Well, it's not about buying.
India has
about
money.
watching.
Yeah, but like, isn't half of India like
China's
starving?
a way bigger consumer market.
Yeah,
for sure.
But there are plenty of consumers. I mean, there's 1 billion people in India.
Yeah.
Some of those people have to have money.
What's that big city in India? I'm drawing a blank, but
I don't know.
Richest city ever, I think.
Are you talking about Singapore? That's not in India.
No. I might be.
Dubai? That's in Saudi Arabia?
No, I can't think.
I don't know. I don't know any cities in India. But anyway,
I don't know any either.
India
Mumbai is all I know.
Because they don't watch basketball.
I don't know.
They don't have a basketball star.
No.
They don't. They like cricket. They only watch cricket, basically. They watch cricket and maybe a little soccer.
Time for India to bread somebody. Take the Operation
Yao
Yao
Ming.
Ming.
India's got an Operation Yao Ming. Can you imagine a 7-foot Indian guy?
Sign me up. I'll head this project.
All right. Anyway, you want to move on? Let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, we got the China talk
there?
out there. I'm happy we talked about it. People need to know our takes on it, I feel like.
I think it was good enough. If you have more questions, consult the internet because we're not geniuses.
Or leave a comment, and I'll do research, and then I'll tell you.
All right.
But it's also preseason, as we just touched on a little bit.
Wah.
Skirt.
Wah.
Backtrack. Backspace. Delete.
NFL. It's on today.
All right.
Do we want to talk about it, Kev?
Yeah, I'm going through it real quick.
You guys had started to kind of pick your picks for the week.
Well,
Not
yeah,
even.
we
I
were,
was going
we
through
were
each
just
game. I just
talking
wanna
about
know.
some games. Hold on, let's go through last
This
week
is
a
where
little
Doug
bit real
fades
quick.
into the darkness.
Packers beat the Cowboys. That was our game of the week. We called that one. Still lost the parlay. It's a damn shame.
Weren't we kind of close?
We were close-ish, but we still lost.
It was a touchdown on both games.
Well, we had the Jags. They lost by a
Browns
touchdown.
got the shit beat
Bucks
out of them,
lost
though,
by
but we would have
touchdown.
hedged.
Browns fucked us. If
But
we
we
if
would've
we had
hedged.
if it had the other three, the Browns got smoked. The Colts beat the undefeated Chiefs, which is
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
amazing.
Jets got the shit
Jacoby
beat out of
Brissett
them.
is actually like the Colts are just fine. Like they
I
can
said-
make the playoffs. They're gonna be good.
Yeah. I said 33-3 Jets Eagles. It was 6-31. I mean, apples and oranges. They're trash as shit.
Hey, the
But
Eagles looked great.
something
That made
is
me feel
telling me
good.
this week that we're gonna get our first win.
The Jets.
Maybe.
What's telling you that? Because you're playing the Dolphins.
We
And
are
Sam
playing
Darnold's back.
the Cowboys. At
Oh, that's
home.
for the Redskins.
That is the Cowboys. And
Redskins are playing the
the
Dolphins.
spread's 7, and everybody's on the Cowboys. That tells me Darnold's coming in hot.
You're
He's
playing-
had
The Cowboys lost their last
mononucleosis.
2 games. There's no way they lose 3 in a row.
There's no way, right?
It's not possible.
There's no way, right?
Except for if Sam Darnold comes out
that's
balling.
the Joe Watkins out of you, because that's how he loses every bet. Joe, shout out to you losing every bet. Listen, Joe will be like, Joe is like, oh my God, Drew Brees is out. They're playing the Seahawks. Seahawks are home. There's no way the Saints win. You got to pound the Hawks. He did, loses. Next week, it's the Cowboys. There's no Drew Brees. The Saints got to lose. Nope, Saints beat them. It's just like
Apparently, he doesn't realize that Teddy Bridgewater is a serviceable quarterback.
and he was a 2015 All-Pro, so like he knows how to play quarterback. But I'm
He's
just saying,
injured.
Today it's like, oh man, there's no way the Jets win. Cowboys by 5,500. I don't know. Okay.
Are they playing in New York?
They're playing in New York. New York's
So-
not the easiest to play at. It's probably pretty
I
easy.
feel like Dallas is in a must-win situation, especially if Philly beats the Vikings. Although those games are both no. So if Philly plays first, so if Philly beats the Vikings, Dallas has to win. Otherwise, they're falling 2 games behind us. They can't afford to do that right now.
Can the Jets win?
Can the Jets win?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
can they win? Any Sunday, anybody can win.
That's not true.
That is 100% true.
Dude, the Dolphins just can't beat teams.
Well, the Dolphins are throwing. That's
Except
different.
like the Jets and shit.
Like the Bills could have beat the Patriots.
Yes. And I had the Bills on that to
Who'd the
possibly
Patriots
beat
play
them.
last week?
They beat the shit out of somebody. It was close. It was a Thursday night game.
It wasn't close.
It was a Giants.
after. Yeah.
It was 14-14.
So early in the game, it was fucking close. Like the
Yes.
Giants could have beat the Patriots if they kept it together.
No.
The
They
Patriots
coulda-
defense won the
They
game.
could have covered, but dude, the Patriots D is unbelievable.
I
They
know.
have like the most interceptions and
It's a
sacks.
cheat code.
It is.
Cheat code.
Like, who cares who's behind the helm? But you
They're
got
scoring
Tom Brady.
touchdowns every game.
Yep. They are the best defense that he's ever had.
You know why that is? Belichick took over as the defensive coordinator.
Wait, he did?
Yeah. Or he took over some duties of it.
Wow.
And that's where he made his name. Like, he
I
was
thought
a
you meant
defensive
this
coordinator.
year. Yeah, I know that. Okay. Yeah, he is a defensive coach. That's what he
Yeah,
strives
and
in.
like for years, it hasn't seemed like the Patriots defense has been all that special, but he must have really just been like, Tom's getting old. If
he
we're gonna
knows
win
when not to
games,
pay people too.
We got to go with the defense.
Somebody gets good, he trades them for picks.
He's an unreal coach. Unreal how good he is at coaching football.
Yeah, so
What other games did you like?
damn, I don't know. My heart is telling me stay the F away from the Jets because it's my team, but something's also telling me we get our first dub in a moment that we shouldn't. Okay,
I
so
like
going
the
on,
Jets to cover in a weird way.
not to win.
I mean, if they win, they cover.
Yeah, but it's 7, so they could easily lose and cover.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm like, you could still take the Jets and they might lose
I
by
want
3.
Jets money line.
But you got, there's that.
So Jets are so everybody
Dallas
knows
just
Jets are
lost 2
plus
games.
7. Dallas is -7.
Dallas just lost 2 games. They might
Yeah,
come out
Dallas has to
swinging.
come out swinging 21-0
You know?
first quarter. Some
Yeah.
stupid shit. Okay, keeping it going. Seahawks and the Browns, 1-point spread, 1:00 game at the Browns. Bing, bing, bing.
Browns bounce back game, or Russell Wilson continues being the fucking MVP of the league?
Are Browns trash? Yes. Is Mayfield overrated? Yes.
I don't think he's overrated because I don't think hype and his rating are the same.
Okay, is he
Nobody
hyped?
expected
You're right,
the Browns
you're right.
to be that good. They were just hyped.
No, they were
They
expected.
went into the season very hype. I remember that.
No,
They
hyped.
were hype and expected is the same
People
thing
were betting them
preseason.
because it was hype. But they
They were betting them off of expectations.
I've seen people putting
They
them
were
very
expected
high
to be
on
like
lists.
8-8.
No, they weren't. I was
pretty
seeing.
sure they were.
I seen high expectations, so they were expecting.
Hype and
them.
expectations are pretty close to the same thing, I would say.
Yeah. I mean,
That was high, and like if we go back like to a couple episodes, we had some of the shit. They were fucking like up there.
They were
They
definitely
were most
hyped.
bet in Vegas at one point in July.
Yeah. I don't think anyone thinks Baker Mayfield is the best quarterback. Like, he's not.
Nobody thought he was gonna have 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Yeah.
They went 9-7 last
I think
year,
he's
or some shit,
definitely-
or 9-6-1. I forget.
I think he's underperforming, but I don't think anybody's rating him that high.
People thought he was gonna.
People thought earlier in the season.
Second
yeah.
half of the season last year, I could be wrong, but he was one of the best quarterbacks.
He was good. Yeah, you're probably right. I'll take a foul.
All right.
I was just talking out my ass right there.
You don't have to. I wasn't trying to headhunt you. I was just talking.
No, you had an argument and it was correct.
Okay.
But I like Seahawks for that game.
I do too. Why is it so? Okay, so let's go back to that. That's a 1.
It's a 1-point spread because the Seahawks are really fluky and Russell Wilson.
Are
is
they
literally,
fluky? Or are they literally unstoppable right now? Because
They're
Russell
4-1.
Wilson is the best.
Russell Wilson looks like the best quarterback in the league, other than Mahomes.
Who would you take?
Huh.
Game on the line. You could take any of these 4 or 5 quarterbacks. You got Drew Brees. You got Mahomes. You got Brady. You got Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers.
Well, this year,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because you can't. Can you take anybody but Brady?
Game on the line.
You gotta take Brady, right?
Game on the line.
I gotta go.
So
Brady.
he has to perform.
Yes.
It's
You
up
got
to
the ball
him.
at the 20-yard line. You got 2 minutes left to score a
You
touchdown.
take Brady.
I don't
You
even
take
watch
Brady.
football.
Okay.
I'm
You have
taking
to
Brady.
take Brady.
Okay. Let's put Brady
But that's
aside.
that's experience. Like Brady.
Let's take Brady
is the
aside.
king of winning games.
Let's take Brady aside. Take Breeze aside. Rodgers aside. I guess I'm going with Mahomes, and I'm gonna go
Mahomes
with
versus Wilson. I take Wilson all day.
Wilson, right?
He's got more experience.
Because Mahomes just has very good weapons too. Not to say he wouldn't do that on
Mahomes
any
has
team.
talent. He has weapons, and he's smart. Wilson has all that, and he's been in the league for 10 years or however long.
Yeah, I would take Wilson too.
Or
But I compare them
8
because they
years.
kind of remind me of like the same kind of style of quarterback.
They're very similar.
They run
They're
around
both
the
small,
pocket like a
they're
motherfucker.
fast,
Yeah.
They throw
So-
on the run.
You would take Seahawks though. Browns are in a must-win, right? They can't go 2-4, and then they have a tough road ahead
Every
too.
game is must win
Is it?
for teams that have any type of wins.
I mean, if you're 4-1, this is
Like,
not must
I feel like
win.
every game
If the
in
Bengals
the
lose
NFL
to
is must
if the
win.
Bengals lose to the Ravens, nobody cares. Like the Bengals are not in a must-win situation.
Seahawks are 4-1. Nobody cares, right? Cowboys can go 3-3 and still make the playoffs.
I'd argue that the Seahawks are in a must-win. San
Really?
Francisco's at the top of the division.
See, yeah, I guess.
If they want to take the top of the division, they got to win.
I guess, yeah.
With
All
the
right.
amount of games in the NFL that they play per year, I feel like if you're trying to make the playoffs, every game is.
Yeah, but hear me out. Texans Chiefs right
Yeah.
now, okay? If Chiefs take
That
another
game's gonna
L,
be fun.
but if Chiefs, yeah, that's going to be a great game.
That's my game to watch this
If
week.
Chiefs take another L, it's not the end of the world, right? Like,
If the Chiefs lose 2 in a row, that's big.
it's not the season ending though. Like the
No,
Chiefs,
no, absolutely not.
I think Texans are fucking nasty. I like them a lot.
Deshaun Watson's a good quarterback, and they have a great defense.
So who do you got on that? That's Texans +4. Every week it's
I think-
Texans +4. Since they've started playing this season, it's always Texans with 4. Texans with 4.
I think Kansas City wins, but I think they might win in overtime.
Overtime thriller.
Texans might cover, or unless they win by a touchdown. Because if they get the touchdown that wins the game, Texans don't even have a chance to cover.
What about the shittiest game of the week?
What's that?
The dog shit.
Oh, the fucking Redskins in Miami.
The dog
This
shit.
is like
The dog
the
shit.
toilet bowl. This is 0-5.
Toilet bowl.
0-5 versus 0-4.
Is that
like
a common
somebody.
phrase?
What if they just
Both
tie?
of these teams deserve to be 0-16.
What if they
and
just-
can't be?
Yes, they could tie, and they both are just trash.
That would be the funniest thing.
like
I've
nobody.
ever-
Neither of them teams deserves to win.
I can't imagine the shitstorm in ESPN if those two teams tied this week.
I want to bet the tie.
How often does a tie happen in the
Yeah, a couple
NFL?
times a year.
0.2% chance.
Yikes!
What?
0.2.
real?
Yes.
If that wasn't real, I'd be shocked. That was a
happened
random
last year
number
a
to
couple
throw out
times.
there.
Yeah,
It happened this year
0.2%.
once.
Yep. Look at how I know it's kind of weird. You click any game.
Just throwing things around. Kev always just picks up something and plays with it.
Oh, okay. So for certain games, it's other shit, but this one's 0.3.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It tells you on the map.
Tell you what game I fucking hate. It's the Falcons versus the Cardinals.
Why?
That's a game that there's no other game I'd rather not watch. I can't stand the Falcons.
You're skipping down the list though. Eagles Vikings was next.
Eagles Vikings. I think it's gonna be a close one. Either team can win that.
And that's from an
One
Eagles
team
fan.
is going 3-3. One team is going 4-2. It could go either way.
Hey, how's my team?
Obviously,
doing?
I'm gonna pray the Eagles
What
win.
team do you like?
I'm a Ravens fan.
Ravens. They suck. Now.
Ravens are playing the Bengals. They're gonna win.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
gonna
cool,
win,
cool,
but
cool.
If they lose, you need to change teams.
again,
All right, time for my fifth NFL team.
Saints Jags. The Minchinator versus Bridgie.
Mentionator.
So I like the game. I think the Saints will probably win, but I just love Gardner Minshew, man. I used to hate the Jags, despise them, and he has literally made me like a closet Jags fan. And I mean, Nick Foles helps because
To be
he's
honest,
like the hero.
I always was a closet Jags better, and I don't know why they used to
What's
cover
the
some
line on
spreads. That's 3.
That's a terrible line.
it going?
It's +3 for the Jags.
Saints are +3.
Saints are +3.
Yep.
Does somebody know something we don't?
I
Are
mean,
the Saints not 4-1? Are the Jags not 2-3?
and that's where they get people. Or that's just like something like
I seriously feel like I'm missing something here. Is
That's-
somebody injured?
you listen. I've learned how to put all those thoughts aside as soon as you look at spreads like that.
You bang the
'Cause it's-
Jags? Like, what do you
it's-
do?
You bang the Jags because it's a fucking trap.
You heard it first. Bang
But
the
it doesn't
Jags.
always work. Like sometimes those traps, like sometimes the Saints blow them out, and it's like, haha, and they just wanted Jags money, so they throw you a cheap
Got
line
it.
to brain fuck you. You know what I mean?
I don't like that game. I'm not betting. Oh, I'm not betting anything this week.
I want to
Are
bet
you even
something.
playing FanDuel at all? Or did you quit that?
No, after I won my money, I lost a week, and I said I'm done. That
Bang.
week that I announced my lineup was the worst week I had. I
Listen.
had 60 points.
I want to play something, but I don't think I'll go out there and play.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get you in FanDuel this year for an NBA.
No.
I'm
It's-
joining a
it's happening,
fantasy
man.
league. You guys are going to have to help me.
An
I'm
NBA fantasy league?
Yep.
I'm into that. Can I join?
It's
Yeah.
it's too
if
much
they need
It's a lot
more
of
people.
work.
because
It's
there's
a lot of work.
82 games.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's
I take a
always-
shit every day.
Okay.
Boom.
What am I doing while I'm taking a shit?
get me into
Setting the lineup.
I'm into that.
Okay.
How does it work, though?
Same thing as NFL.
Like, don't teams play twice before one team plays once?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. I
Like-
mean,
So it might go by a week.
How does your lineup work?
I've only ever done it in a fantasy draft and then just left it because I didn't care.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I played it for like a week.
I bought
And
into
then
a big
I
league
stopped.
for NBA and then just drafted and left it.
Is your game like every day or is it every couple days?
Couldn't tell you. That's why I play
confusing to me.
FanDuel is
Anywho,
awesome though.
What else you got, Kev?
Bengals, Ravens, shitstorm.
Yeah, that's not even
Ravens
worth
should beat
talking
the
about.
shit out of them.
Let's go Ravens.
49ers, Rams. That's a -3 Rams. That's an undefeated
That's
49ers.
an important game.
Yeah, that's.
They're in the same division, right?
I was just about to
They're
say
both
that's
NFC
in
West.
division game. Yep.
Yeah, with the Seahawks. So this is huge for the Rams. Huge. Rams win this. NFC West is
No Gurley.
all 4 wins.
No Gurley.
No Gurley. Malcolm Brown's serviceable.
Gurley hasn't been doing
Gurley
shit
hasn't been doing
anyways.
anything. They have 3 of the best wide receivers in football.
They've lost twice though,
I know.
and their defense looked. They let
Their
up
defense
50
is
points
not-
to the Bucks.
Is not what it was last year, and there's so many big names on it. I don't know. I want San Fran to win. I feel like they deserve a win. Shout out to my grandma. Rest in peace. She loved San Fran. They were trash her entire life. Well, not her entire life, but my entire life.
All right, NFL.
Yeah. You got
Hold
any
on,
more,
I'm
Kev?
looking at that.
He's doing some research now.
Who do you?
Are you still looking at San
Rams
Fran?
lost by a point to the damn Seahawks last week,
I know. That was just a good game.
and they lost to. Who else did they lose to?
Can we touch on how ugly the Seahawks uniforms are?
And they lost
Oh,
to the
terrible.
Bucks. So they lost back to back. So this would be 3 in a row if they lose.
And they
They're in a
realistically could because San Francisco's run game is ridiculous.
Yeah, Matt Breida.
Matt Breida got 22 miles an hour.
I saw
22
that.
miles an hour. That's a car.
He had like an 80-yard
That's a
run.
car.
Yeah.
That's a car going.
That was
through
the
a school
fastest
zone.
run of any player this year.
Yep. Somebody else had 20 miles an hour.
And that's a running back.
Yep.
Wild. And they
Who
have
was it?
3 good running backs.
Who was it?
4 good running backs.
Maybe McCaffrey had an 80-yard or 20 miles per hour.
McCaffrey's fast as shit.
Somebody had the record right before that for the week.
He had an 80-yard rushing touchdown last week.
I think somebody broke him at 20. Damn. So do the Rams win or does San Francisco got the edge?
I don't know, but I want to watch the game.
I'm cold as fuck.
It's chilly down here.
I am cold.
Oh, it's gonna get bad during the winter.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Just
You have to get a
insulation
space
down
heater.
here. Or that.
Yeah, a little space heater.
All right, we got anything else? Tennessee Broncos. I don't know enough about either team.
I want to. Oh yeah. So you said Tennessee is the team you don't bet.
I don't bet the Titans.
I like. I don't know. I like betting Titans sometimes, but I can never predict them. You can never tell what game you're
that's
gonna get
tough.
out of them. There's no consistency.
What about Pittsburgh and Chargers?
I can't bet Steelers without.
Mason Rudolph's out. They're gonna get dirted on.
Are they?
Who's their quarterback?
Should be higher than 6 then.
Who the hell's their quarterback? I don't even know
Their
what his name
defense
is.
is probably real good then.
Pittsburgh's? It was
Mhm.
middle of the pack. Whatever. And then Lions, Green Bay.
I like Lions. Lions are
I
my
don't.
squad this year.
I don't. I like the Packers in that game.
Lions' one loss came to a close Chiefs game that Lions should have actually won.
That is true. They played really well against them. Maybe it'll be closer than we think.
And then they should have beat the Cardinals, but Murray went off in the second half, 17-point run. So they could be 4-0, but they're not.
But they're not.
But it was close.
A lot of teams could have won games and they lost.
Yeah, but when you score with a minute something left and Mahomes scores with 0 seconds, that's tough. You could have won that one.
Oh, we're back to the NBA, I guess. Is that we're? Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about preseason.
That was a great transition.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to just lightly nudge somebody to move us on.
All right, so yeah, we had a bunch of games this week.
Talked
We
a
had
lot of NFL just now. That was like 20 minutes.
We had 37 games since the last time we were on.
37 games.
No idea.
Yeah, well, there's a lot.
There was a lot every night.
Anything notable really stand out to you? I'm sure you watched a couple of the games at least.
Yeah, I liked Zion's 12 for 13.
Zion's gonna be.
He
a
shot all
problem,
inside the
man.
paint, which
Did you
is
see
kind of
that
cool.
fucking rebound dunk he had
Yeah,
on his own shot?
yeah, he got up
Yep.
before anyone else on the team could even jump. It's insane. He's so agile. Watching him run up the ball.
Skip
ball
Bayless
before.
and Shannon Sharp said that they weren't even impressed that he went 12 for 13. It's like,
When you look at his shot chart, his shots were pretty.
I don't give a
pretty
shit.
easy.
He has got the most pressure on him in a preseason game since LeBron James, and he misses one shot. What more do you want from him? You know, and
Exactly.
they're hating on him. Not really, but they.
I loved watching. I watched both of. I don't know. They played 3. I watched 2 of them, I think. But I loved watching him because he's not just going for the highlight dunks. He's making some really smart layups, which is what you want to see from him. It's just going to show how mature he is.
His dunks are sick. He's so strong.
So
he
sick.
just bang. Oh, he's nasty.
His first body in the NBA came in 2 minutes.
Yeah, we texted each other at the same time. We're like Zion.
Zion caps.
One of you was late. Somebody was
I
watching.
was watching.
Somebody
stream.
was watching
Doug's
the
Doug's 30 seconds behind. That's all right. Nothing too notable.
on the Pelicans too. I really like how Lonzo Ball's looking too.
Lon Zion.
I like Lonzo, and I
Lonzo,
thought
I came
that
up
with
with that.
time he's going to develop into a real good player. I like
Yeah,
him.
man. He's shooting the 3. His shot looks better, much better than last
Yep,
year at least.
Yep.
I saw that.
Still kind of ugly.
Not
better.
the prettiest, but definitely improving.
Yep, I like Lonzo.
I saw on Reddit Pelicans fans are embracing Lonzo, not just assuming he's trash because of his time at the Lakers.
No, he wasn't even trash.
He's not
He wasn't.
trash.
He wasn't. He
He
averaged
just had a bad rep.
no.
It
He
was just his dad.
his
It's-
dad,
it's all
but
it
he
was.
averaged 7.77, and people are like, "That's not bad," or "That's trash." I'm like,
That's great.
7.7 rebounds, 7 assists is pretty fucking good to me. Like that's contributing all around.
I'm taking that.
Because
out
those
of-
7 assists are worth more than a point each.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And they
that's
could be up
that's
to
a
3.
beautiful stat line in my
And
opinion.
he grabs rebounds and runs the floor. I like Reddick coming off the bench.
I like
he's
that a lot.
jacking threes.
Yep, that's really good.
I've been playing. I have him on my
Ingram's
squad.
look-
I've been
Ingram's
playing the
looking
My
good, too.
Team. You play the My Team at all? Where the cards?
Yeah.
Do you have a squad or no?
It's nothing good yet.
Isn't that just a fucking pay to win?
No,
is.
you can,
It
but
is.
you could play to win. It's just like League of Legends. I
Yeah.
don't buy any of the guys with my own money. I would just wait till I get up.
As
and
long
go
as
off
if you
someone's
play enough,
draft.
you're gonna get the money.
I got
currency.
I got like an 88 or 89 Lillard Ruby. I got Embiid, that's an 88. I got Kenny Smith, that's an 88. I got a whole bunch of people that are fire because when I pre-ordered it or bought it with the
Yeah, you
Dwayne
bought
Wade
the
pack, I got
big
like
edition.
100,000 coins, and I just started buying all the
Yeah,
top
yeah.
packs. So my team is
I could get
so
into
good.
my
So you
team
paid
this
to
year.
win?
Oh, I
That's
like
fun,
it. No,
yeah.
I don't pay. I preseason
Well,
the
he
2K
You
game.
Bought the
Hey,
more expensive version.
True, I always buy that one, and I didn't know what I was getting for it, and now
Just
I
bought it.
learned. You
I
get a
remember
bunch
that.
of.
You're like, I'm just gonna buy this one.
Yep. It was only 10 more.
Back
at
to the
time.
Pelicans though. Ingram's looking really good.
I like
The one
Ingram
thing
a
I
lot.
want to say about him, he is doing a lot of ISO ball.
That's his thing.
It should not be the thing on that team, but I get he's really good at ISOing, so I'm okay with him doing it. Maybe reel it back a little bit, but it's preseason. So.
Yeah, that's his thing though. He's an ISO player, and you kind of
He's
you don't.
He's a pretty good passer too, though.
Yeah, no, he's all around. He can cut real good. He finishes at the rim. He could play one-on-one transition well. He's all around solid
There was
player.
a few spots where he was driving and he had like 3 people on him, and like Derek Favors was wide open. He could have kicked it to him for an easy bucket, but I'm happy to see he's being aggressive, which
Yeah.
is what you want from him.
Yeah.
Other teams, notables, I really liked what R.J. Barrett brought to the Knicks. Obviously, I'm a Knicks fan, but also Marcus Morris.
Says obviously I'm a Knicks fan. I was wearing a Pelicans jersey last week.
I
Yeah,
like them too.
seriously.
I bought 10 jerseys,
Obviously.
so I'm a Knicks fan. Everyone knows that. Anyone that knows me knows that. But I love the NBA, and I can wear any jersey. But Marcus Morris is a bulldog, man. You see him bop Anderson in the head. Just,
That was
He's a
hilarious.
bully. You guys are trash.
He
Knicks are
smacked him.
garbage.
I mean, okay, we're not gonna be.
You guys are
We're not gonna be in the
garbage.
playoffs, but we're definitely much better than we were last year.
You guys are barely better than last year.
That's just not true.
Oh my
That's
god.
just not true. We got
What?
Randall, who's gonna be a 22.
You're gonna get
and-
what? 5 more wins than last year? Ooh.
I don't know.
How
We
many
got-
more?
We're gonna be 25 to 30 wins this year.
You might.
We
You
got
might
what?
not.
What did we get last year? 19.
I don't know, but you guys picked up what? Peyton, Morris. You grabbed Randall.
We got Taj Gibson, who played like a baller,
Oh yeah,
Played like a
he's
baller.
He's washed
and
up.
he's old. He's not washed up. He still can bring a lot to a game, coming off the bench too.
It's too bad you guys didn't land one free agent.
We got Julius Randle. I'm happy with that.
That's a
I don't like the
terrible.
way Kevin's just throwing me here.
He's just attacking the Knicks
Yo,
ruthlessly.
it's time.
I'm
Why would
okay.
you
I'll-
attack
I'll-
a team that was not
I
been
know,
good
we're
in the
beat
past
up-
couple
we're
years
beat up
anyway?
as it is.
Couple years,
Easy.
they haven't been good.
We made the playoffs
And-
once in like the last.
20 years.
I'll leave him alone.
But that's my team, and I love them.
Did the Lakers play
I'm a
their
Jets
starters
fan,
against the
so
Nets?
It's, so like I'm an all New York sports fan
Yeah, they
too,
did.
other than basketball.
Why did they only score 77 points?
AD got injured early, and then LeBron sat after like 12.
You know
minutes.
what? I'm becoming a Knicks fan when LeBron retires.
You just hated him so hard. I mean,
have to-
welcome to the squad.
Well, listen, I
Welcome,
have,
I'll
I
take
have
it.
to pick somebody.
This
I
is
always
now a
like
Knicks
Cleveland.
No,
podcast.
pick Pelicans.
I
I like the
always
Pelicans.
like Cleveland, and I might go back to Cleveland because that was my original roots.
Cleveland's-
But I'm
they got a
a
good
listen.
little-
I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Mets fan, and I might as well either pick the Nets, probably the off-market Nets, is who I
Ugh.
or
I'll hate you.
or I pick the Knicks. No, LeBron won't be done for what 3 years or so,
Yeah, he's
or
got-
4.
I mean, I could
So
see
by
him
that
like
time,
40.
Durant might be gone off that team.
Yeah.
But I have to. I want to pick somebody in New York. I think.
I'd be good with. I mean, I'm cool with like. I like
I wish
the
Melo.
tri-state area.
Yeah.
Philly, I'm
Maybe
cool
somebody
with
from
them.
Cuse will be good. Maybe like. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Definitely won't be Joe G3 or whatever. I don't think he'll go. It'd be Madison Square Garden. But you never know.
If
That
any
would-
Q's players are watching, good luck.
Yep.
Come on the show.
That would be pretty cool though. if
Come
he-
on the show.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, Morris, I like him. He's a bully. Barrett looks good. He shows the aggressive nature. His shooting. First half of the first game was awful. Second half, he really turned it up, which was good to see. Gibson
it
looks
up.
good. Knox looks good. Frank Ntilikina looked okay.
Fizdale has a tough job because he has to balance not only winning more games this year from what I'm hearing, and he also has to develop Knox and Mitchell Robinson.
He's got to develop a lot of players.
No,
which is-
mainly I'm hearing it's just Knox and Mitchell Robinson.
and
Is-
RJ Barrett, but
It might be RJ Barrett, but I mean, what I was just hearing this morning, it was Mitchell
I mean those
Robinson
are
and Knox.
those are the ones that need the development the most.
Because they're at a stage right now.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Barrett could fuck up all year.
we still have
and
to see
still
what
be
Barrett
fine.
can do to really pick what you want to develop.
Exactly,
on him,
exactly.
which makes sense.
They
Knox
call
has
him
like
50 cal or what?
50.
You know what you
That'd
do?
be a sweet nickname.
His nickname is the Maple
Here's
Mamba.
the thing, though. With Knox, they're putting in time with him. You put time into him until like year 3, 4, and if he's still not shining how you want, you give up on him and you start trying to.
Yeah, no,
develop.
exactly. Knox is showing some really, really good flashes. Like his shooting's pretty great.
I was watching some of those games.
Other teams I noticed. I didn't watch every preseason game
Suns,
because
Blazers.
Suns look awesome. Their starters didn't even play against the Blazers. I think it was yesterday, and they destroyed them.
134 to 118.
Did the Blazers starters play?
Yeah,
All of them?
I don't know about all of them, but I know Lillard played. I think Lillard.
Yeah,
didn't
but they
shoot
don't
well.
play like the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they're only playing limited minutes just because it's preseason.
Remember when the Trailblazers were really good?
They
Blazers are
are
still
really
good.
good. They went to the Western Conference Finals last year. Take
Yeah.
a foul.
They're still good. I think they'll be.
You
good
don't
this
gotta
year
take a
still.
foul, but they are.
I said
really
remember. That was last year.
Remember?
Okay.
They were good last year.
Well, there's nothing's changed. You said remember as if they were bad.
They were
I
like,
was just kidding.
I remember
Remember?
the last 2K game I bought, they were like a fucking 90 overall. So
They're still there. They're so good.
and that was like 2016.
Who else did I watch?
When we were talking about Zion last episode, I think you were talking about plus minus, right?
Mhm.
And you were saying how it wasn't that good or something. But because he was minus whatever. But if you look
Oh no,
at,
we were talking about that in our group chat
gotcha.
during the game. He's like minus 16, but
They came back and won, and if he was part of that comeback, his plus minus would have been different. But he stopped
wasn't,
playing.
Yeah, he stopped playing.
After
Their-
20 something.
Their bench
minutes.
was balling out at the end, and they came. They were the comeback, which is pretty cool.
I like their squad a lot.
I like,
Opening night's gonna be fun. Who is it again? It's Pelican. It's gonna be the Clippers, Lakers, and it's Pelicans and
Toronto, I think.
Is it Toronto?
I might.
When's
be
the
wrong there.
opening day?
22nd.
Just look up opening.
I got the
opening
whole
game
schedule
for.
right here.
I think it's Toronto, but I might be wrong.
Pelicans, Raptors,
Yeah.
Lakers, Clippers.
Nice. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I can't wait. I'm gonna be in Orlando during it, so I'm gonna try to just. I might watch on the plane because we're traveling back that day.
22nd. You are.
Yeah.
You guys
Where-
open up against
Oh,
the
dude,
Spurs.
it will be all over.
Mhm.
What do you think?
When are you gonna be flying? What time?
I don't know. Hard to call. I'll be there all day, so I could actually watch the games during the day if we're not doing.
Well, no, the
anything.
games are at night.
I'm flying at midnight, so I'll have to miss the. end
You'll
of
be
the game.
good. You'll be able to watch a
Do
bunch
they start
of
at 10:30 or?
it. I think.
Which one?
I think the one
Lakers,
starts
Clippers
at
at
8,
10:30.
and then the other one's at 8:30 or 8.
Pelicans, Raptors at 8. On
And you know
TNT.
what? I'm happy they're getting rid of a lot of those 10:30 games. I went
Me
back and
too.
looked.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, fucking 10:30 is
I don't wanna
ridiculous.
stay up
I
till
know
1
it's
o'clock,
crazy.
man.
I used to do that, and I would fall asleep by halftime every game. Wake up and be like, "Oh, what
Do
happened?"
Yeah,
they just
I
really
have-
like basketball on the West Coast? Like, what's the deal there?
Well, yeah, I mean, West Coast is better than the East Coast, honestly. And for
But why don't
basketball.
they just play earlier?
I don't know.
Rating wise, now it is, but it was
Like, that's still
better
7
East.
o'clock on the West Coast.
Yeah. I hated staying up to like 1:30 sometimes.
Oh,
Especially if a
man.
game went to overtime. It was just the worst.
Yeah, overtime gets
I
you
guess
up
it's
to
got to
1
be
a.m.
after work, so this is the only time they can do it. You can't have games at noon
Yeah, exactly.
during the week. Nobody's going to watch them.
Yeah, and they won't get it, their attendance will go down. But I watched the Mavs too. I think KP and Luka Doncic are going to be pretty good together. They showed some fumbles in my opinion. Where
Well, they're gonna.
yeah,
They're
it's-
balling
it's-
out. They're gonna be.
They're gonna be
nice.
really good together. And Boban hit a 3,
He
which
gave,
was funny.
he gave a nice look. Like, really, that's your take? Like, we really just talked
We
about.
talked about this earlier.
We talked
Well,
about
I don't-
China that long, and you're gonna
There's
tell
really-
me
what
the
do I-
obvious that Luka Doncic looks good.
They're gonna be good. There's not much
They're
else
gonna
to say.
be
Like,
good. There's a lot
What
to
do you
say.
see between them?
Their
that
pick
you
and roll is
think
gonna
is-
be good. Their pick and
I
pop's gonna
see
be
to
good.
start
There you go.
to
Have a little
start the
info.
game. KP was aggressive. He hit as soon as he got the ball, he turned the corner, foul line jumper, hit it. Next play down, he shoots a 3. Next play down, he misses a 3. Next play down, shoots another 3. Started the game with 8 points out of like maybe their 11. He was playing
And
very hard.
That's what you want to see because he's just coming back from an injury. It's almost a 2-year injury. Like,
He is big too. He could body a lot of the dudes. He's been in the gym. He went from
he does
scrawny
look like
to big.
he's gained
Imagine
some size
throwing
now.
30
He
pounds.
became an adult, didn't he? How
You
old
throw-
is he?
Yeah.
Imagine if Sean went through puberty and you threw 30 pounds on him. That dude, he would like stocky. This Porzingis fucking hit it. He's looking
man.
nice.
They have a good squad too. They got Seth Curry too as a point.
Seth
Backup
trash.
Seth
Good for shooting
Curry.
threes though, which is what they need.
Obviously, the best of the Currys.
Obviously, no.
Does he have a brother?
I don't think so. No.
Who?
Seth?
Seth? No, he doesn't have a brother.
No.
Yeah, no.
Never
It's
heard
not
of-
Steph Curry.
No.
No.
Who's Steph Curry?
I don't even know who that is.
Is that a girl?
I don't know. I'm freezing.
Might be
now.
his sister.
It's cold as shit.
They're wearing the shortest shorts I've ever seen. Kev.
Because I'm sitting down.
Do you watch any other games? I watched.
Yeah, I watched the Nets Lakers, and that was pretty cool, I guess. I mean, there's nothing too. I was excited to see them, but they're not going to go. They are going to go hard, but they're not going to go.
The first few minutes of every game were cool to watch.
Yeah, they're not going to go like balls to the wall, I guess, until like the spotlight's really on them. They're not even in their home country. They were in Shanghai, right?
Shaoxing.
Shaoxing.
You know what was fucked up is that city they're in. There's like a concentration camp full of like what is it, Muslims? Or
You caught me off
That's
guard.
a hot take.
Yeah, no, I was watching it on some news show.
The United States
that's
and
fucked
China
up,
do not agree morally on anything. It's amazing that we have such a large business relationship.
Yeah, because of
with a
money.
country
It just
that
rules.
is
It just
so much different than ours.
Yeah.
The fact that there's just a media day and fucking exhibition games in a city like that is just nuts.
You know what? Oh, my back just cracked good, chat.
Chat.
Yeah, chat.
Forehead.
Shit, I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
But
it all comes down to money.
Lakers. And
Nah, I
the
was
Nets.
just thinking like money wise. That's why we do business.
Oh
runs
yeah,
the world.
people will definitely close their eyes if there's a lot of money involved.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, any business. There's not a
I
business.
mean, think
out
about
there.
it. You're only allowed to have what, one child or something?
In China?
In China, there's definitely rules.
But that makes sense. They're
rid of it.
overpopulated
Yeah,
as
wait.
shit.
But I mean,
Is
that's
that still a thing? I
of
feel like that
all the
went
rules
away.
in China, that's probably the least messed
Okay,
up.
I just said that actually kind of makes sense. But here, you can never get told that. You know?
Fuck.
Oh
no.
yeah.
Maybe one day.
But people
How,
in the United States have declined having kids. Like it's going down
Yeah.
because nobody has any money for kids. But that's a different topic altogether.
So I watched a bunch of other games too, but there's really not anything I really want to note on them.
Any players
said,
you like?
It's I forgot to say the other rookie on the Pelicans looks pretty good. Gilgeous.
Alexander Walker.
Alexander Walker. I always get those two confused.
Wait, isn't that his name? Like Gilchrist Alexander Walker or some shit?
Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Nikhil.
And then
And there's-
Shai Gilgeous Alexander is
On the
Thunder.
Clippers or the Thunder, yep. That's a.
I get those
okay.
two mixed every time.
People with multiple names. What are you doing?
Stop
You get
doing
two.
that shit. But yeah, a bunch of other games. Nothing really to
Dude,
talk
my
about.
back's hurting sitting on this chair. I hate this chair.
I
Yeah,
think
do need to get
we should get new chairs.
New chairs because my back.
If you're out there and you sell chairs, let us know. We will put
I was at
we will
Staples
put
the
your
other day.
logo in the middle of the screen.
I mean, I have.
If you want to sponsor us,
If you
with
wanna
some
donate
chairs,
us some
hit
chairs.
up. But Staples had a really good sale on a bunch of different cool looking chairs.
Followed Up podcast brought to you by Staples.
Staples hit us up.
Hey,
Or just
we
the
shout,
Staples
we shout
Follow
out
Up
to Raw
podcast.
Breed, right?
Yeah, we had.
Yeah,
that.
I got him at the beginning. I'll give it
Keep
the
the intro
intro.
again.
It's a good song.
If
If you like them, check them out on Spotify.
Yeah.
They do a lot for the community too.
Yeah, I
Which
think
we're
they
gonna have
got,
to-
they got an event coming
we
up.
gotta
Yeah,
talk
Nate's
to
got
them.
some dope pink hoodies for sale too. I just
check
put in
those
the
out.
order today.
We gotta talk to him about collaborating on some
That'd be cool, like an event.
in the community stuff.
Fouled out basketball
We should
tournament.
do like a 3B. I know they did one before. I think let's do another one. We'll help that. We'll
Yeah.
facilitate.
Not that we have any money, but if people donate, it's fine.
I'll throw some money in, or you can donate.
We'll talk it over with them. You guys wanna cut it out? A little Dave Coulier for you?
Cut it out. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to more basketball. Season's coming up soon. Next week, what's going on with the show next week? I'll be in
Next
Orlando.
week?
No, we're doing a foul challenge, releasing it this week. This
There will
bastard
be-
is gonna foul it
there
out,
will
That
be
will
a
be
video
available this week for
He's
sure.
fouling
available
out.
during the week
and it's gonna be up.
of Doug being punished. Or maybe not because he seems excited about this tattoo, but whatever.
It's not really a punishment when he likes it, but when I bring in a fucking snake when he's getting a tattoo,
Don't do that.
it's gonna
Don't
look
do
fun.
He's going to have a line across his face.
It's gonna be fun.
You're gonna see a fat
He's-
man
no,
run.
he's gonna sit there and he's not gonna move, but this snake is gonna slither on his neck.
No.
Yes.
There's
can't-
just
you
no.
can't-
Yes,
It's
Kyrie. Yes, Kyrie. Kayla, if you're watching, our
Kayla, no.
snake.
Turn
Is
it
that
off.
the snake's name?
Yeah,
Kyrie?
I named him Kyrie because Kyrie Irving was a snake and left Cleveland. So I was like, this bitch is a snake. He's Kyrie.
That's funny.
So Kyrie hasn't been like trying to bite when you put your hand in the cage.
Fuck
So
outta here.
I'm bringing him.
Wait, he hasn't been?
Well,
The
He
fact
did-
that he has done that is a
he
no
did
go.
before?
Kayla sent me a video last week of her like trying to clean the cage, and he's like this and went boom and like trying to sling it shit.
No.
He's good
Not-
now. He
I
ate
will-
his mouse.
So you
He is
ruined
good.
Wednesday. I'm no longer getting a tattoo.
No, I'm bringing Kyrie and I'm
Well-
letting him slither on your neck.
No snake. Doug is scared of snakes.
I'm scared.
He's a scared.
I'm scared.
Doug, I'm gonna let it slither on your
I
back.
would rather do. I'd rather tarantulas on my face.
Find
What
us
if
on
he's here with us right
Instagram
now, actually.
at
He's
Followed
not.
Out Podcast.
Bring in the snake, Sean.
If a snake came, you'd see me burst through that door. The door would be done.
There'd just be a Doug-sized hole in the door.
I'm just kidding.
I
wish
would
we had
Kool-Aid
it.
man this place.
Followed Out Podcast on Instagram. Facebook.com/FollovedOutNBA. I don't know why I'm
Subscribe on
saying it
YouTube.
like this. Subscribe on the YouTube. Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. And one last shout out to Raw Breed. They make good music.
Quality.
Goodbye.
Very
my
quality.
friends.
Thanks for
We
listening.
will be back next week. There's not going to be a show, I think. We didn't
Next
say that.
week, there's going to be a video on either Wednesday or Thursday. And then Doug is going to Orlando for the weekend. He won't be back till Tuesday. I'm going to be in New York City again for a couple of days. So
Maybe look for
early
some-
next week, look for something.
Yeah. Look
Or
for
not
some.
next week, but the week after. So maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday we'll do another show, and then we'll be back to normal Sundays.
Maybe Wednesday we'll get together and do something. We'll figure it out, but we will be back.
All right, sounds good. Goodbye.
See you later.
Thanks for watching, guys.